Graydon House and HarlequinAudio present Ciao For Now by Kate Bromley. Performed by Natalie Naudus. For my nonna and nonno, who gifted me endless happy memories of sewing, family dinners, and dreams of Italy. 1. On a scale of 0 to heartbreakingly Italian, where would you say that I land? Turning my eyes from the architectural wonders to my left and right, I glance over at Marco as we roll our overpacked luggage down a cobblestone street in Rome. It's mid-afternoon, and the sun is out in full force, casting a heat and a haze over us that would feel stifling back in New York, but here it feels lighter, simmering with possibilities. Snippets of Italian and the buzz of scooters reverberate around and through me like a new favorite song, and it's all so surreal that it takes real effort to respond to my friend instead of drifting off into a highly elaborate Roman holiday fantasy instead. Are we talking your overall aura, or your physical appearance, too? Whole package, Marco replies, pulling at the collar of his black t-shirt. Like, we just crossed paths, you see me, you take in my vibe, and you think to yourself, in my humble tourist opinion, this gentleman is clearly this much Italian. I don't know, I answer, giving my suitcase a determined yank as the wheel catches on a stone. Maybe a 5? A 5? He seethes. Not that I'm trying to sway your decision, but how dare you? I stop walking then, my body needing a break even with all the euphoric adrenaline that's been pumping through me nonstop since we landed 2 hours ago. I reach into my tote bag and pull out the bottle of water I bought at the airport and all but guzzle it down before speaking again. You know what? I'm amending my original answer. You're an 8. A solid 8, which is a highly respectable score that also allows room for growth. Marco reaches out his hand and I pass the water over, giving him the okay to finish it off. He drinks an equally ravenous amount and tosses the empty bottle into a nearby bin. I'll accept an 8. At least it's better than the 3.7 that you'd pull in. How am I a 3.7 when I'm biologically half Italian? Yeah, I'd challenge Ancestry.com on that one, he says. Your name might be Violetta Luciano, but your freckles and complete inability to tan reads as more of a Sinead O'Connor. I chuckle and make use of the hair tie that's forever on my wrist, pulling my thick auburn hair into a ponytail as Marco goes on. By the way, do we know what time Holly is getting in? Not a clue, I tell him. I can barely get Holly to acknowledge my existence, let alone keep me abreast of her travel plans. Same here. Maybe we'll finally win her over now that we're interning together, though. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't love us? We're delightful. We're somewhat delightful, I reply. Borderline absurd, but delightful. True, but to be fair, all fashion designers are at least a little absurd. I'd take a cinched tulle-layered ball gown over a practical mindset any day of the week. Oh, 100%, I agree. Marco smirks, and we continue down the busy street. It's teeming with tourists and locals alike, and I'm surprised we don't bump into anyone. In Manhattan, even a leisurely stroll can turn into limitless rounds of sidewalk chicken, with no one willing to swerve or give the right-of-way ever. In Italy, people weave in and out of pedestrian traffic like synchronized swimmers on pavement. The midday riposo clearly works wonders for the soul. 5 minutes later, we stop again, having now discovered a picturesque commercial cul-de-sac. There's a restaurant, a cafe, a clothing store, and a gelato shop, and they're all wildly tempting in their own ways. I need a break, I tell Marco. We're supposed to meet Professor Leone at her apartment in an hour, so let's just hang out here until then. Sounds good. I'm going to do some perusing first, he says, lifting his chin toward the clothing store. Care to join me? I'm too tired to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?